My daughter started using behold every time she wanted my attention. I found it adorable. She'd tug my arm, saying, "Daddy, behold," and I'd smile proudly, thinking I'd raised a little Shakespeare. Teaching her big words was my quirky thing. That word became our special bond. Then one day in the grocery store, she shouted, "Behold the vegetable," while pointing across the produce section. I laughed out loud until I saw a man in a wheelchair staring at me. He didn't find it funny. I tried to recover by explaining to him, but what could I say? Sorry, she was pointing at squash and my face flushed. I scooped Daphne into the cart and wheeled away, pretending everything was fine. She asked, "Did I do good, Daddy?" That hit me. The pride in her eyes hurt worse than the men's glare. I realized I'd never told her when not to use behold. She'd just mimicked me. It was my fault, and she thought she'd impress me. At a friend's barbecue, Daphne yelled, "Behold the feast." As someone spilled coleslaw onto the grill. Smoke billowed, people stared. I waved it off with a laugh, but my stomach twisted. Again, she didn't get it. My friend Lisa pulled me aside, whispering, "Maybe teach her behold isn't for every moment." I nodded, mortified. I had created a ticking vocabulary time bomb. The next day at preschool pickup, Daphne marched up and said, "Behold." I finished my drawing. Her teacher chuckled nervously, then asked, "Is everything okay at home?" I froze. She likes words, I said weakly. Driving home, Daphne hummed happily. I stared at the road, sweating. Her vocabulary was outpacing her filter, and now people thought I was raising a miniature cult leader. Determined to fix it, I sat Daphne down with flashcards, words for inside versus words for outside. She pointed to behold and asked, "Which one's this?" I hesitated, both, but careful with it. Later at dinner, she raised her fork and declared, "Behold, the macaroni." My wife choked laughing. I buried my face. The lesson backfired. Behold had become her comedic weapon. The twist came when Daphne asked, "Daddy, does behold mean people look at me?" I blinked, kind of. Yeah. She nodded solemnly. Then I don't want it anymore. I was stunned. She got it. I knelt down. "You can still be funny without that word." She hugged me. The storm had passed, not through my teaching, but her own understanding. My little Shakespeare retired her stage. That night we made a new list, funny words like bananas and kaboom. Daphne scribbled happily. A behold was crossed out in thick red crayon. I felt lighter. My quirky parenting had misfired her, but it hadn't broken us. In fact, it gave us a story one we'd laugh about forever. Language lessons, lesson learned, weeks later at the same grocery store. Daphne pointed at the broccoli and whispered, "Daddy, look, no drama, just a smile." I gave her a high five. The word behold stayed buried, but her confidence didn't. I realized then teaching isn't just about words, it's about timing. And sometimes, humility teaches better than a dictionary ever could.